we will compare the turbidity of sample A with the standard solution first. Now, we are comparing the turbidity of sample A with sample standard solution. Okay. What we are observing, the turbidity is nearly same, or we can observe the turbidity of sample A is lighter as compared to the standard solution. So, we see it, the sample passes the limit test. We can see it again, please. Okay. The turbidity is same. We are having no difference in turbidity, and for sample B, okay. Now, please, we are observing that we are having higher turbidity in sample B as compared to sample A. Now, this one is this is sample B, and we can differentiate the turbidity between standard and sample B. We are observing that it is having much turbidity, no good reflections. So, it is said to be failing the limit test. We can observe it clearly. Now, we are going to compare the opalescence or turbidity of sample A with standard one. Now, we are going to this one. We are going to see this one, that the turbidity of this is the sample A and this is standard in my left hand. So, what we are observing, the turbidity is nearly same and there is no much difference, and it is the sample A is much lighter as compared to standard solution. So, I call this sample A to pass the limit test, as it is having less turbidity as compared to the standard solution, and whereas we are using sample B over here. We will compare it. We are observing the opalescence or turbidity. We observe that the sample B is having much more turbidity as compared to the standard solution. So, the sample B fails the limit test. So, by this technique we can identify the limit test or limits of chloride in a sample, or we can consider it fails the limit test of chloride or passes the limit test of chloride. Actually, the concentration of chloride must be less in all the ingredients and products as compared to standard solution or standard parameter set. Thank you.